Let me start by saying there are some things I don't really love about this restaurant. It's a bit cramped, it's a bit uncomfortable, and there were some mistakes here and there. But if I'm being honest, none of them bothered me for more than a second. Let me show you why. Come with me to the kitchen table in London and find out. We arrived to the entrance on Charlotte Street. After a warm welcome, we are led to our table. The place is packed, and with these tiny tables and chairs, I feel like Gulliver in Lilliput. A bubbly server presents the wine list. However, we have different plans. Today, I'm dining with friends, and we managed to get a few special bottles that aren't available in many restaurants. We have brought them with us, and we will pay a corkage fee. More on the wines later. Here come our appetizers. First up, oysters, served taco style. The base is kohlrabi and the creamy sauce is made from the oyster skirts. It's finished with pickled jalapenos and fresh herbs. It has a beautiful, slightly sweet acidity. The flavor stayed on my tongue for a long time. A great start. Our next two bites arrive together. The tartlet has caramelized onion, then layers of creme cru, parmesan, crispy pickle, chopped chives and chive flowers. The smaller bite is chicken skin wafer, rosemary mascarpone, bacon jam and corn flour.
I recommend having the onion first, then chicken skins.
The onion bite was great, but I felt they could have done more with the wafer. Up next, the server presents us with an opportunity, the caviar option. I will save you the sales pitch and get to the bottom line. The menu goes for 300 euro. For an upcharge of 60 euro, they will add an N25 Ossetra caviar to the upcoming scallop dish. Naturally, it's a yes. And now, finally, we are invited upstairs for the main event. Their logo highlights the connection between chefs and guests. And as the name implies, it's just one big table in the kitchen. It's a U-shape where 20 guests enjoy a meal with a full view of the action. Once again, space is limited. The first of our 4 wines is chilled and ready. It's Chardonnay from Benoit Moreau, a well-known name in Burgundy's wine world. 4 years ago, Benoit Moreau left the family business and established his own winery under his name. Here we have the 2020, the initial release under the new label. It was nice to taste the new producer's first wine. It's still young, but beautiful. Time to meet the chef, James Knappett. After his training, he honed his skills at restaurant Gordon Ramsay and Petrus, before joining Thomas Keller at Per Se. It's here he meets Sandhya Chang, his future business partner and wife. Together, they make the move to Copenhagen to work at Noma. And soon, they are dreaming of life as restaurant owners. In 2012, they find a space in London and open not 1, but 2 restaurants. In the front, Sandhya opens Bubble Dogs, a place for champagne and gourmet hot dogs. And at the back, James does upscale dining at the kitchen table. 2 very different concepts, and both of them catch on like wildfire. While Bubble Dogs was building a cult following, Kitchen Table was collecting Michelin stars. They got the first in the 2015 guide and then the second in 2018. When COVID blew into town in 2020, the couple decided to kill one of their darlings and double down on the other. Kitchen Table expanded, renovated and relaunched with a more refined, elegant look. The menu changes every day depending on what is available. It revolves around fresh British ingredients and each course is focused on one special one. Time for our first course. Everyone has the dish in front of them. We just need Chef James to explain.
We'll start here with a tomatoes from the Isle of Wight. Semi-dehydrate them so they become very intense in flavour. Serve it with red pickled dog seaweed from Cornwall. And then you have a salad on top of wild pea flowers and Thai basil. And then the liquid that it's sitting in, this is a chilled broth made from barbecued mackerel bones.
Amazing.
It's a bit salty with nice acidity. I want more. Another thing I really like is our Benoit Moreau. It's really starting to open up. At first it was very quiet, but now it's starting to find its own voice. As you can see, there is not much space in the kitchen. The chefs need to know exactly where they are going and what they are doing. They need to be in sync. It's almost like a performance with choreographed movements. Watch. Here comes our next dish with the extra we ordered earlier. Hand-dived Orkney scallops. Served raw, straight from the shell, jazzed up with N25 caviar. They are dressed in a syrup of Meyer lemon. These are sweeter and less acidic, but with tons of intensity. Ultra fresh and just the perfect dish.
Next up, we're having a crab. So these are brown cob crabs from Cornwall. So we're getting in the crab in the light. We steam it as a whole crab. Then we separate out the white meat, the brown meat, and the shell.
In the black bowl is the unseasoned white meat topped with unripe hazelnut slices. There is also fresh apple dice with yogurt mixed with apple marigold and warm apple soup poured around it. In the tartlet is marmalade made from apples, green strawberries and elderflower, with whipped crab meat and reduction from the shell, finished with wild fennel pollen. They are cooking at a very high level. Both of these were exciting. Our second wine is a 2018 Meursault from Domaine Bernard Bonnan. Domaine Bernard Bonnan is run by the husband and wife team. I truly appreciate the work of this couple. Coming up, bread fresh from the oven, brushed with homemade cultured butter and sea salt. Next to it, more butter mixed with wild garlic preserves, dusted with burnt wild garlic leaves and topped with fermented flowers. The bread course was excellent, and the burnt garlic element was fantastic. So far, the food has been great, and the service has been attentive. But when things happen out of nowhere, I can see some cracks. During the bread course, I reach out with greasy hands to pick up my water glass and spilled it. The staff were quick to react with good humor, but forgot to refill the water. In like 3 minutes, they even baked me a little loaf of bread to replace the piece that got wet. Baking bread takes so much more effort than pouring a simple glass of water. But the energy here in the kitchen is so powerful that even the challenge of baking bread is a breeze compared to pouring water.
Okay guys, next up you're having a gill's head bream. So this is one of the fish we get from the day boats that we use down in Cornwall. So the fillet's just been very simply cooked over very hot charcoal, only on the skin side, we leave it raw on the other side.
On top, a homemade chutney made from magnolia. It sits on pickled samphire. And on the bottom is a sauce made from roasted bones of the fish and champagne. I know I'm repeating myself, but this was also excellent. Chef James hit another bullseye with this one. Another new wine enters the mix, a big one, a 2008 Meursault from legendary producer Cosjury. This is Le Rougeau, an iconic white Burgundy with a reputation that lives up to the hype, and a price tag of €2,000 to match. Another fish course is next. This time is chalk stream trout.
We dry age it in a chamber here for 2 weeks. It's been very gently cooking over the charcoal since you walked in brown butter.
The fish is flaked down on pickled onions and elderflower and presented on salt-baked potatoes cooked with aged wagyu fat.
And then over the top you have a hollandaise which has been infused with roasted shrimp heads and finally oxalis.
Simple but great flavors, which I liked. Next, we got a little preview of our upcoming lobster course. I can't wait for this one. Since the guys brought the wines today, I thought it would only be fair if I got a special champagne. It's called RDJ No. 1. It's a rare bottle with only 300 released. It's nice, but at this point the bar is high. After the big Burgundy wines earlier, the champagne has less chance to make a big impact. But we feel fortunate to have a chance to try this one. The lobster is back. It's lobster tail with scrambled eggs cooked with the brain of the lobster. They are sitting on caramelized mango, toasted peanuts, and coriander stems. Around the outside is a sauce from roasted shells. The flavors, the textures, the temperatures, all sensational. I'm floored by this incredible dish. Our red wine is opened next. Here is another contender that might just sweep me off my feet. It's a 30-year-old Gevrey Chambertin from Domaine Armand Rousseau. A poor vintage and a Village Pinot. It shouldn't be this impressive, but it is. It's remarkable how an excellent producer crafted such a refined wine from a modest vintage and a humble vineyard. This wine will go great with the upcoming course, presented here before carving. It's North Yorkshire duck, simply cooked in its own fat. But first, a stuffed pasta called agnolotti. The filling is pumpkin, baked in the oven with brown sugar, garlic and thyme. On top is 36-month aged Parmesan sauce with black peppercorn, served with Scottish gyro mushrooms and black garlic. Another really strong dish. The sauce, made from the aged Parmesan, was amazing. Could this be my new favorite kitchen in London? Before we know it, the duck is back. Over the top we have a sauce made from the roasted bones. I'm amazed by the way chef combines ingredients, like the broth made from barbecued mackerel bones, roasted shrimp heads, oil made from corn husks, and many more. For the chef, there is no such thing as useless. It's infused with black pepper and wild elderberries. Underneath is a sausage made from the legs, salted rhubarb from Yorkshire and ketchup made from damson. Perfectly cooked, tender and juicy, with some really nice flavors coming from the salted rhubarb. I really like this one. Around this point, my napkin gets away from me. But since the space is small and sort of hidden from sight, the servers didn't catch it. But to be honest, I don't care. The flavors are so intense and bold, the trivial things don't bother me. We have great news for you. When we reach 500,000 subscribers, we will have another insane giveaway. We are still a little far from there, but you all keep saying that the channel deserves more subscribers. You said it, not me. But the truth is, 66% of you watch our videos without subscribing. So if you guys hit that subscribe button, we can reach that goal much faster. Let's get there together. Details coming soon. The duck is back again. This time in a tartlet. The shell is made from roasted cherry juice. On top of the duck is fresh English black cherry, with anise hyssop leaves and flowers. What I really love about the chef's table concept is that I get to see experts at work. How the head chef directs the team, how they collaborate, and what their processes are like. Chef James is 100% in the game. I love it. A cheese dish is next. The base is skirts from unpasteurized cow's milk cheese, and on top are figs from the chef's garden in North London. This dish uses ripe and green figs, and it's finished with fig leaf oil. Interesting textures and the flavor was fine, it was a good dish. Savory course is done, now it's time for the sweet ones. The first is a light blackberry soup with sweet corn ice cream and dressed with oil made from corn husks. I'm not sure what sorcery this is, but it's sinfully delicious. It's sweet, it's sour and just really interesting. I can't even find the words. Our next dessert revolves around the raspberry. Here we see it prepared in different ways, dressed up with milk and coffee tours. Another delicious dessert here, but I'm still thinking about the last one. With the desserts done, we are back to the lounge for the petit fours. A cannoli with summerberry jam, and a banana custard with smoked caramel. And that will do it for dinner at the kitchen table. Total for today is €3,200. How can I describe the kitchen table experience? Filling a glass to the very top without any spilling over the side is difficult. You can fill it easily to 99% safely, and it appears full. You are safe and the person you poured it for is satisfied. It's always the last few drops that are the hardest to pour to make it completely full. Here in kitchen table, the glass is full. Completely full. The flavors are so maximized, while still balanced that even a pinch of salt could tip the scale. It's that sharpness of flavor that makes me truly love a kitchen. Because it's difficult, it's risky, and it's impressive. This place has it. I was lucky to try their confident menu that doesn't hold back or play it safe. For dishes like this, I'm happy to give up a little space. I will even make a space at the top of my list. Kitchen table is my new favorite kitchen in London. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit subscribe. See you next time.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep.